Hello, good evening. It's Monica from Life is Art, and we're back for yet another live crafting session during the mini catalog September to December launch party. Pardon my arm, I'm just trying to refresh my page. So hopefully I can see that my video has started. And yes, it has. And ooh, we're all wonkadoodle. Let's give this a second. I'm going to just stand up and see if I can't straighten things out a bit. We need to go like that. And we can come a little closer. Let me see. Well, that's a little better. We'll just rearrange things on the table to make it work. It's a bit of a weird angle on the camera, which has given us this little weird skewed perspective happening here. So that's just how it is sometimes. And let's see. Things are catching up. Boy, that is really wonky. Okay, give me 1 second. See if that helps. Sometimes it helps, sometimes it doesn't help. Okay, we're going to start anyway. So we're looking at our new mini catalog just dropped today, and super exciting, lots of fun sweets in here and stamp sets. And we're going to be looking at Reindeer Days for this next project. And we're going to be creating a scrapbook page using Reindeer Days. Now, as I explained earlier, for those of you who didn't see the catalog walkthrough yet, I had a little bit of an oopsie, and I do not have any stamp sets from this catalog except for one. And so I'm using my philosophy of use what you have and creating anyway. And so we're going to be doing that. If you're joining me live, just say hello or howdy so I know you're here. And if you're watching on replay, you can say replay and leave a comment. Because when you put a comment in on the live video, then you get an entry into the prize draw for the door prize. So I see that Deborah is watching. Hello, Deborah, and Heather is here, and Laura is here. She found us. Hooray! So we're going to be creating with the Reindeer Days. And one of the coordinating colors from Reindeer Days is the pool party. And so I have decided to use pool party as the base for my page. Sorry, I'm just grabbing things off to the side here. 1 second. There we go. I decided to use pool party. And I have already gone ahead and used a white gel pen. So I've got a little white gel pen here that you can get at the craft store. And I have made little stitch lines around the edge of my paper. Can you see that on the edge? It's very subtle, but it's there. The next thing I want to do is I want to take a piece of adhesive, stick it on the back of my cardstock so that I can stick my cardstock down to my mat and not have it wandering about on me while I'm trying to craft. It's always helpful to not have things wandering about, right? Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with another of the cardstock colors from this collection, and a coordinating cardstock for this collection is Pecan Pie. Doesn't that sound good? And I am going to take this piece of Pecan Pie and I'm going to do the stitched edges just like I did on the base page. Now, technically, I don't have to do stitching all the way around because the whole thing is not going to show. A lot of it's going to get covered up, but just to show you how I do this, I just work my way around. And this particular piece is 8.5 by 4 inches. And it's the Pecan Pie which sounds delightful, and it's one of the colors that's used for a lot of the reindeer in the Reindeer Days collection. I like that there's some interesting color combinations going on in these collections. Now, have you had a chance to click the link that I posted earlier today to take a look at the new release of scrapbooking workshop kits? Because if you haven't, you should. They were released today along with the mini catalog. There are 4 different workshop kits, as well as some cardstocks. And they're 2-tone cardstocks, just like we were used to using before. And as well, White Willow is being released. And White Willow is the new name for the formerly known as White Daisy cardstock. So if you've been having a hankering for some White Daisy, you're going to want to get yourself some White Willow. So I've gone ahead and I've done that stitching all the way around the outside. And then I'm going to add some adhesive here to the back of my cardstock. And I'm going to use this Take Your Pick tool to help me lift my backings off. There we go. Now this piece I want to have, let me see, did I write down how far up I wanted to go? I did not. Let me see. I want it centered in the center, and because it's 4 inches wide, I need to span between the 4 and the 8. And I'm going to come, let me see, 1 3/4 inches up. Yeah, I'm going to say 1 3/4 inches up, and hopefully that's right, because I didn't write down where I wanted to put it. And we're just going to line that up like that, hopefully straight-ish. We stuck down our base page so that it would hopefully be straight-ish. Hey Janet, you found us. Good evening. And Shannon's here too. Howdy, howdy. And our next piece that we want to add on here is some of that really fun pattern that has all the cute little Christmas lights kind of swagging across it. And you know, I did actually consider going along and fussy cutting around the bottom row of the lights so I'd have a little swaggy bit, but then I decided that was just a little too much. So this piece has been cut to 12 inches by 1.5 inches. I'm going to add my adhesive on there, like so. Take the backing off. And this one I did mark down the measurement for. I knew I had marked down at least the measurement for one thing, because that kind of was the basis for everything. And I'm going to put this one 2.5 inches up from the bottom. I'm going to make sure my lights are hanging the right way. And stick that down 2.5 inches up. Then I'm going to come in with something super thrilling and exciting, a piece of basic white cardstock. Because, you know, not everything can be splishy splashy. So this is 11 inches by 4 inches. And I'm going to just go ahead and add my adhesive on the back of this. We're going to create some really fun layers with lots of pattern and texture and all sorts of things happening. But sometimes we need a little break from all that. And to do that, we're going to have these plain cardstocks in the background. So we've got our basic white, we've got our pecan pie, and our pool party. So this one's going to butt right up against that Christmas lights and just lay down like that. And then we're going to come in with some pizzazz. You know, I said we were going to add some pizzazz. So that's what's coming next. We're going to come in with a piece of the designer series paper that has all the little reindeers and cardinals and candy canes and Christmas trees and hollies and snowflakes and all the goodness gracious me, oh my things. And this piece has been cut to 2.5 inches by 11.5 inches. And I'm going to add adhesive on this. And I might just use my ruler, potentially, to keep myself straight here. We'll see. We'll see how good I do with the lining up of the things. Well, once you get it stuck down, it's kind of there. So we said this was 2.5, so that's 1.25 on either side. Let's see if I can get my hand up to the top. So we're at, oh, I think we're going to be able to do it. Right there. Sticking down, so we're a little bit up and down from the outside edge and mostly in the center. We'll see. Think something's a little off, but that's okay. I'm always a little off. Then we're going to bring in 2 pieces of that really bold plaid from the collection. This is from Reindeer Days, and I love this really bold plaid. And these 2 pieces are 2 inches by 7 inches, and we're going to add them on either side of those reindeer. So you can see why we needed that bit of bland, shall we say, going on with just the plain cardstocks, because we were going to add lots of texture and color in the end. Oops. My adhesive is sticking to me instead of the paper. There we go. Like that. So this one is going to go upside down on this side, and I'm going to leave a little bit of a gap in between it and the center pattern. And we're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. We're just kind of by guessing by gollying these ones. Because why not? Why not? There we go. Leaving a little gap. So we're kind of creating some horizontal lines, some vertical lines, a little bit of some diagonal lines, and we're just layering up all sorts of good things. Then the next thing we want to do is we want to bring in some photo mats. And I use the same Pecan Pie for these. Now I have not printed my photos that I want to go on here, because I think I have something in mind, and I don't have those photos. So we are going to just leave them as photo mats for now. Now these are 3.25 by 4.25, so a 3x4 photo will fit on them no problem. And I'm just going to go ahead and stick these down on my page. I might even use a ruler. Maybe let's get the adhesive on all of these first. And also, because I don't have stamps, I'm not putting a title on this yet. And also because I don't have the photos yet. I have an idea. I have an idea of photos I want to take. And so, yeah, we'll sort of sort that out in our brains. Yeah, right about there. So that's about 3.25 inches up from the bottom. We're going to start with the middle one. Let's see if I can peel that off. There we go. And we want to kind of center it-ish. Like that. Let me grab this. I just dropped the end off it. Moved it around so much tonight, the end came off. Stick that back on there. There we go. And we'll leave a little gap in between, just like we did with that. I've moved my ruler. Doo-doo. Things don't line up so well when the ruler moves. Just like we left a gap between the pattern paper and the pattern paper, we're going to leave a little gap in between the cardstocks. There we go. Are you loving these reindeer? Aren't they super cute? I'm not really a big, I don't do a lot of stuff with Santa. I do like snowmen, and I like deer. So these are, you know, they're okay. Now, in the paper collection, there is this paper right here that has all the gorgeous reindeer, and it just screamed out, "Fussy cut me, fussy cut me," and so I obliged. And I did some fussy cutting. So I have some fussy cut reindeer here that we're going to go ahead and stick on our layout. I've got this little one that's going to kind of hang out over here. And then I've got these two. They look a little odd because I've got them turned over, because they're little presents on the back side. But once I turn them over, you'll see what's happening with these two. They're kind of chasing each other, bounding through the snow. So we've got this little one and this little one. So we're just going to kind of stick them on there like that, like they're chasing each other, boop, 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 through the snow. And then we've got two more. I told you it was Reindeer for Days if you saw the title before you clicked on in. So we've got reindeer in our background. We've got reindeer for embellishments. Reindeer for Days. I actually do have some photos from when the boys were little, and we went for a walk through Ferris Provincial Park, and we did actually come across some deer. But I think these two little guys are going to go down here, and they're going to kind of overlap each other, like they're out for a little fun stroll through the forest. And I don't mind that they're overlapping my photos. And if you noticed when I was adhering them, I left, I only put adhesive along their bodies. That way things can be tucked underneath if I need to, especially a photo. But that is the completed layout for now. Using the Reindeer Days, we started with that gorgeous pool party, did a little stitched edge. We repeated that on our pecan pie. Then we layered our Christmas lights. Then we had our beautiful pattern paper with those little reindeer with the wreaths around their necks. And then our plaid popping out here. A little bit of white space to kind of rest our eyes as well. And then some fussy cut reindeer to embellish. And I'm thinking something like, you know how the reindeer, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, they talk about reindeer games. So I'm thinking like fun and games, perhaps as a title. But there is that completed project with those fussy cut little reindeers. I hope you enjoyed seeing that come together. I hope you got some good ideas of something you'd like to create for yourself. And let's check the time. We are at 8:21 right now. I will be back on for one more live crafting session at 9 o'clock. And there will be some more things posted as well. And then everything will kind of wind down at 10 o'clock. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to message me. I'm always happy to answer questions. And yeah, so we'll see you back at 9 o'clock for one more crafting session. See you then. Toodaloo. Bye.